Well, as the football season gets underway later this week for almost all the high schools here in the tri-states, one component that's going to be on the field but without pads and helmets are the high school marching bands. This morning we're out at Flinn Stadium at Quincy where the QHS marching band Blue Devils are going to take on the field just a matter of days. Jim Whitfield woke everybody up early this morning to let everybody get a chance to show off their new turf. Morning, Jim.
We're with the Quincy High School marching drum line, and we're going to have a good time out here today. We're going to have them playing their songs. We're going to be out here kicking soccer balls. We're going to be out here even kicking field goals. Now, I'm going to have all the details coming up later in the show, but for now, we're going to go to you guys back out in the studio.
All right, we're going back out to Flinn Stadium where we find Jim Whitfield. Hey, Jim, I swore when I was outside about 20 after 5, I heard drums.
You know what? You sure did, because that drum line was out here. They were already practicing and getting warmed up. Let me tell you something. There's something about the cadence. When you see a marching band in a parade, or when you're out on the field show, when you come out to Flinn Stadium, or maybe you see a drum corps show somewhere, it's something about the drum line. It's something about that cadence that kind of just gets the juices flowing. So that's why we're out here this morning. We're out here at Flinn Stadium. We had a soccer game here last night on the new turf. We have a football game coming up on Friday night, the first home game for the Quincy High School Blue Devils on the turf. And you know what? I'm going to turn it over to the Quincy High School marching band drum line because they perform on this field. And coming up in October, they're going to have a field show on this turf. So you know what? Right now, guys, hit it. Let me tell you something, guys. That is the way to get your morning started. The Quincy High School marching band drum line, 16 members strong. I'll tell you what, that's what you need to do. And we got to give them a lot of thanks for getting up so early this morning to come out here at Flinn Stadium to kind of give us a little bit of performance. I'm going to talk to some drum majors later on in the show. I'm also going to be kicking a penalty kick for soccer. I'm also going to try my luck at a field goal on the football side of things as well. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio.
Hey, that was a lot of fun, Jim, and they have some moves. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of crunchy out there now.
Definitely crunchy. Like
I used to be able to walk out barefoot.
Cuts.
Yes. I could walk out barefoot just to go run out and get something, but now,
Hey, you know, that's why they brought in the artificial turf over at Flinn Stadium. It's just across the way in Quincy, so they don't have to water anymore.
That's right. Well, we are headed back to Flinn Stadium where the Quincy High School marching band's been practicing this morning, but they're not the only ones who are up early. Jim Whitfield is out there. Who's coming up next in our half-hour, Jim?
Hey, you know what, Stephen and Sarah and Tegan, with me now, we have the three drum majors from the Quincy High School marching band. We have Amy Lamb, Paul Johnson, and Brittany Landwehr. Now, we heard the drum line earlier. We couldn't get all 100 members of the marching band out here this morning, of course, trying to get them up so early, but we do have some dedicated folks as well. Brittany, you're the senior drum major of this unit. Tell me, what's it like to have that kind of responsibility when you're in charge of all those people out when you're doing a field show like that?
It takes a lot of work. It's a lot of practice here and there, but we all come together. It's nice having two other fellow drum majors with me to help conduct. It's a lot of practice on their part to memorize their part also, but putting a field show together on this field is wonderful, but it's a lot different, and we'll come together, and we're doing a great job this year so far.
You know, you've been able to travel with the marching band. You guys went to the Citrus Bowl last year. Tell me something. You get into a parade situation, but when you get to travel like that and go to Florida, is that kind of exciting?
It's very exciting. We loved every minute of it. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of stress on some days, but it was great to be down there and be on live TV.
And when you come out onto the field, do you get butterflies being the senior drum major?
I do. It's exciting and sad at the same time because this is my last year. There's a lot of last everythings.
Do you like when you get to the field competition? Obviously, that's a little bit better off than actually just marching down the street in a regular parade, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very, very exciting, and it's nerve-wracking because there's a lot more people there just to watch the focus on the band, and we love every minute of it.
All right. You know what? I appreciate you guys being with me this morning. Again, we have Amy Lamb, Paul Johnson, Brittany Landward. They're the drum majors of the Quincy Senior High School Marching Band. We're out here this morning. We're going to hear from the drum line later on, but coming up in the next half hour, we saw a lot with the World Cup this summer with the Women's World Cup. Now we're going to talk to the Quincy High School boys soccer team. They played the first game on this new turf out here last night. We're going to talk to the captains of there. Also, I'm going to try a penalty kick coming up later in the show against the Quincy High School goalkeeper. So we're going to see how that goes, guys. So I'm going to send it back to you in the studio.
Sounds good, Jim. All right, we're coming up right now. For the last couple of weeks, many of the soccer and football teams have been going through the two-a-days, and now the seasons are actually getting underway. Jim Whitfield up early this morning to see how the Quincy High School soccer team liking that new turf out there at Flinn Stadium. Morning, Jim. How are things going?
You know what, Stephen? It was really a good time out here last night. I have some of the Quincy High School boys soccer players off to the side here. We're going to talk to them in just a few minutes. But you know what? This new turf, I was talking to them. They say they love it. So here's what we're going to do later in this half hour. I'm going to try to take a penalty kick against the Quincy High School goalkeeper. But for right now, it's an empty netter. Let's see what we can do. Hey, all right, we made that one. So maybe that's good luck for later in the show. I'm going to talk to one of the captains and tell me what he thinks about playing on turf. Now we're going to send the guys back to you.
All right, Jim.
All right. If you were watching earlier in the show, you'll have seen something that you may not ever see again, and that is Jim Whitfield actually kicking a goal. Now, let us just say that he didn't have a goalie there, and so I think it might have been less challenging than it otherwise would have been. But he's talking to the soccer team out at Flinn Stadium this morning, right across the way here in Quincy. Jim.
Hey, Sarah, that's right. We're out here at Flinn Stadium. The soccer team, the boys soccer team, had their first game on this new turf last night. They played Macomb, and now coming up this Friday is the Quincy High boys football team. Of course, they don't have girls tackle football. I mean, some do probably wish they had, but it's the boys game coming up on Friday night. Joining me now is Dylan Hosher. He's one of the captains of the boys soccer team. Dylan, last night you had the game last night. Tell me, what's it like playing on turf?
It's a great feeling. It's a new field, so we're happy to play on this, and the grass is great compared to what the old Flinn was.
You know, I was going to say, you played on the old grass here for several years growing up. You're a senior this year, your whole high school career. Really, the turf is a little bit different, and you've played on turf before, but it's nice to have the home field advantage with turf, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to have this home field advantage with turf because once we get used to it, we're going to be used to it, and other teams aren't, so we're going to have that big advantage playing on it.
You know, we've got some guys right now. You've got a couple of your other captains, and we've got your keeper back there. When you talked to the other guys last night after the game last night, what did they think?
About the game?
Yeah, about the game and also about the turf. I mean, some of your teammates.
About the game, we were pretty happy we got a 4-0 result, and then they were pretty excited since it was their first time playing on the field, so they had a great time.
All right, these guys are taking penalty kicks right now, and I'm going to try a penalty kick against the keeper later on. This is Felix Bruner right now who's booting one, and penalty kicks are a little bit harder than they look, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're up there, it's a lot of pressure, and you just don't want to miss it because you want to embarrass yourself.
Is there a key to it? Somebody told me that you want to kind of keep your head down a little bit when you shoot, because if you bring your head up when you do a penalty kick, the ball's going to go sailing off like it's a field goal.
Yeah, you want to keep your head down, and you just want to just look at the keeper if anything. You don't want to look where you're going because then the keeper might have a chance of
kind of telegraphing it a little bit, right? Yeah. All right. So tell me, we're going to come over here and get this interview wrapped up, but really, it's really not a problem when it comes to like when it's raining or bad weather on this turf, because with mud and things like that, it's a little bit uncertainty. But on this turf, you know what you're getting, right?
Yeah, you know you're getting. I mean, the only thing that could be bad is like you might slip a little bit, but besides that, the conditions are fine.
All right. So do you give thumbs up on the new turf?
Yeah, I give great thumbs up.
All right. Dylan Hosher, we appreciate it. Dylan Hosher's senior forward for the Quincy High boys soccer team. Guys, we're going to send it back to you in the studio. Now, coming up later, just in about 10 or 15 minutes, I'm going to try my luck at a penalty kick against the keeper of the boys soccer team. So, guys, we're going to send it back to you.
I wasn't holding my breath when you were doing it without a keeper, so I don't know. I look forward to seeing you embarrass yourself one more time. No. All right. Well, Jim's been warming up, limbering, and sort of
Stretching.
doing some calisthenics out there at Flinn Stadium, because he's going to try his hand at a field goal. Jim?
No, sir, it's not a field goal. It's a penalty kick.
Oh, yeah.
Check out these shoes on Felix Brunner. My gosh, I've never seen anything like that. He would never get lost in the middle of the night. I mean, that's for sure. Holy smoke. So, all right, Felix Brunner, he's a senior midfielder. Yay or nay on my penalty kick?
Definitely a yay.
All right, and we have Alan Seek. He's also a senior midfielder. Yay or nay on the penalty kick?
For sure.
All right, and I'm going to try it right now. I'm going to hand the mic off to Felix, and I'm going to try my kick against Logan Kelly. So, Felix, go ahead and get over here. Guys, take this. All right, here we go. All right, ready? All right, here we go, guys. Check that out, guys. Did you see that? Woo! All right. Sign me up. Coach Longo, here we go on the new one right now. Here we go. All right, that's it. So now I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to try my luck next half hour on a point after attempt with the touchdown. This time I'm going against the place kicker of the Quincy High football team. So now, mark it down. Score the penalty kick. These two guys, Felix and Alan, they got it right. Coach, you just give them the practice off for the day, okay? So there we go. They got it right, so there we go. So
It's the least they could do.
That's it.
I know.
All right, that's it. I got to wrap it up from here. Got to send it to you guys back out in the studio.
All right.
As early as those kids got up, they should have their practice off for the day. All right.
Will we be able to live with Jim now?
No, I don't know.
All right, then. Well, Quincy High School football team, they've been hitting each other for the last couple of weeks as preseason practice finally getting underway. Now they're wanting to hit the opponents, and they're going to get the chance coming up this Friday night. Our own Jim Whitfield out at Flinn Stadium this morning talking with some of the team members about the new turf and the new season.
Hey, guys, come on over. Hey, I'm going to tell you something before I get D'Angelo Dean and Wes Urban over here and talk to the captains of the football team. If Sarah Dine is 25 years old, then I'm 14, okay? I'm going to tell you something right now.
Me.
Okay? We'll get that later on, Sarah, okay? So,
You are older than me, I just want to point out.
Oh, my gosh, you guys are tall. Holy cow. How would you like to have these guys coming at you if you're the quarterback of the opposing team? Holy smokes. So, you ever hit a quarterback, Wes?
Yes, sir.
Do you? How about you, D?
Yes, sir.
All right. We have Wes Irwin and we have D'Angelo Dean, captains of the Quincy High School football team. They're towering over me. My goodness gracious. Hey, what do you guys think of the new turf?
I love the turf. It's pretty special. Like, it means a lot to me.
Does it? And what's it like play on turf as opposed to natural grass?
It's easier without potholes. Like, you don't have to worry about rolling your ankle or anything.
Okay. Hey, D'Angelo, tell me something. What position do you play?
I play a DN and tight end.
DN tight end. As a defensive end, is it a little bit quicker when you're on the defensive line to try to get around the offensive guy to get at the quarterback?
Yeah, I would think so.
Is that your goal as a defensive end, is to smash the quarterback?
Of course.
Okay. So if my son someday goes and plays quarterback, I don't want you hunting him down, okay? All right? Is that a deal? All right. How long have you guys been playing? How long have you been playing football?
I've been playing since I was 6 years old.
Okay. And how about you, D?
I've been playing since flag football, so around that age.
All right. And Coach Lou, you got good things. He's done a lot of good things with the program the last couple of years, hasn't he?
Yeah, I love Coach.
All right. And how about you? You
Coach
better say something good. He's saying it right off camera.
Coach.
All right. You know what? It's Wes Irwin. It's D'Angelo Dean. And I'm going to try a point after attempt from the 10-yard line. So it would be like after you score a touchdown.
10 yards.
And it's going to be 10 yards. I'm 1 for 1, guys. So I don't know if I'm going to be 2 for 2, but at least my record will be 50%, okay? So the turf, we're having a good time out here at Flinn Stadium this morning. I really appreciate everybody coming out. So we're going to send it to you back at the studio. And you guys, I don't want to meet you in a dark alley somewhere, all right? Because you're bigger than me. So, guys, it's back to you, okay?
Thanks, Jim. Well, I don't know about the two on my side, but I have total confidence in you.
All right, we're headed back out to Flinn Stadium this morning. Jim has brought in like half the high school there to get up early and show us some of their stuff. And Jim thinks he's going to show us some of his stuff too, huh?
You know what? Yeah, Sarah, I am going to show you some of my stuff because I already showed you the stuff with the soccer ball. So now I'm going to try it with a football. Right now I've got Brandon with me. He's the place kicker. You're punter too, aren't you, for the Quincy High football team?
Yes, sir.
All right, tell me, any key, any trick to being successful as a place kicker when you're lining up to put one through the uprights?
Repetition, and always got to be everything's 100%, and you got to do everything right every time.
So you got to have a good snapper, you got to have a good center, and you got to have somebody that knows how to hold the ball for you to be right, because you can't be like sitting back here and trying to kick one that's like all whopper jawed, right?
No, everything's got to be perfect.
Snap back, ball down, kick up. Is that how you like to see it?
Yeah.
All right. Now I want you to come over and step over. Oh, one more question before you got. Do you have a favorite place kicker in the NFL?
Adam Vinatieri or Billy Cundiff.
You know what? You're a smart man. Those two are two good guys for the NFL. So let's act like Adam Vinatieri right now and put one through the uprights here. All right. We got Brandon White, who's going to try to put this up through the upright. And after he gets done, I'm going to hand the mic off to him, and then I'm going to try one from the 10-yard line as well. We're kicking a 20-yarder. This would be like a point-after attempt for you football fans out there. So, Brandon, take it away. Let's see what you got. Holy smokes. I don't think my ball's going to look anything like that. But, all right, we're going to try it. Come on over here, Brandon. I'm going to have you hold the microphone. And I got to set the ball up because you knocked it down. But I'm going to use a regular tee, and I'm going to try to get this done. So, here, hold this, and let's see what happens. Hey, Sarah,
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something. This one's for you, okay? So I hope I can make this one, all right?
I'm not holding my breath, although I am hopeful for you there, Jim. Okay, go ahead. Oh.
Oh, that was horrible. So bad.
I'm glad you said it,
I'm gonna
'cause
try
I
a
didn't want
place
to.
kick. Hey, real quick, D, let me have the ball. I'm going to try a place kick. I'm going to try a punt through the uprights like rugby, okay? So hang on here. Hold the ball real quick. All right, here we go. Watch out. Move out of the way. Here we
Okay,
go.
I'm watching.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, did he make it?
Guess what? Guys, Wes, D, Coach Little, Brandon, I'm sorry to say this, but I think soccer's my game because I put that one in the net, and I can't do anything for football, so I think I need to stick to officiating instead of trying to actually kick it. But you know what? I want to appreciate Brandon coming out, D'Angelo, Dean, Wes Irwin, Coach Little. We're all out here. They all give thumbs up on the turf, and I give thumbs up on the turf, and I give thumbs up for everybody being out here. So, guys, we're sending it back to you, okay?
Boy, they better get to bed early tonight. All right, thanks, Jim.
All morning long, we've been joining our own Jim Whitfield out at Flinn Stadium. He's showed us the marching band. He kicked a soccer ball very well, and he also tried to kick a football. So we don't know how that's going to turn out. We'll see if he ever gets a chance to do that again. We're going to throw it back out to him right now, though, to just kind of see what things are going on at the field as we speak.
Hey, Stephen, thanks a lot. You know, like I said, we had the drum line earlier in the show. We did the soccer ball. We talked to some soccer players. First game on the turf out here at Flinn Stadium. Let me give you a quick background about Flinn Stadium. Flinn Stadium was built back in the late 70s. Mr. Flinn, Bernard Flinn, was a Quincy High School graduate. He donated some money to the school. They were able to construct the stadium. So it's been around for a long time, over 30 years. That's why they got the new turf, because the field was there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it over to the drum line. They're going to play us out to a break. And guys, it's all yours. Take it away.